Another form of allergies that is really quite common is possibly food allergies. Allergies are a huge concept, obviously, and there's certain misconception about what is the most allergenic ingredient in food. If you go to the pet store, you will be told that the best diets are the so-called grain-free, high-end, high-protein diet. One needs to be careful because, first of all, for a growing animal, there are some ingredients that are missing. And the theory that in the wild animals eat strictly protein, in my opinion, is also flawed, because if you think about wildlife killing prey, they do go for the internal organs, which in most cases, if it's a herbivore, these animals will get grains from their prey. This being said, there is also a research suggesting that these grain-free diets for especially a growing dog can lead to fairly significant heart problems. So the balance of the food is important. I do use grain-free diet, but this is for older patients with cancer, where basically sugar is an ingredient that fuels cancerous cell growth. So it has its place, but it's not for everybody. The other misconception, in my opinion, is the grains being the main allergen. If the science from my fabulous dermatologist holds, it is actually the protein that triggers the reaction. So yes, grains have some protein, but the main allergen, at least historically, has been beef. To find out if it's mainly environmental or food, meaning animal is itching, uncomfortable, mainly licking the front paws, the simplest way to do it is to do so-called a food trial. That needs to last minimum of 6 weeks, and it needs to be done with new protein, new carbohydrate to this animal, because we cannot be allergic to something we've never been exposed to. If your pet has been eating anything and everything, they are now hydrolyzed diets. That could be helpful, meaning the protein is made so small that the immune system does not recognize it. Now, any treat, any crumble of anything else will ruin this trial, and you will need to start all over. The whole family needs to be on the same page, and nobody can break this, because then it's not going to work. Typically, the allergies are potentially even combined. So how to know whether you should put yourself and the animal through the pain of a food trial is, if the animal is itchy year-round, more or less the same, then there is likely a significant component of food allergies. If the animal is fine year-round but has 2 months in the summer, for example, where it's itchy, well, then the food could be a component, but probably not as large of a component of the whole allergy problem. We used to do desensitization, meaning testing for the allergies and creating so-called desensitization vaccines. That is still a possibility. To the best of my knowledge, that was effective in about 70% of cases, and the owner needs to be also willing to inject the animal quite frequently. There are products that could be sprayed into the mouth also, not just injections. The neuro drugs are available that have minimal to none side effects that work really well. They're not cheap, but keep your friend happy and itch-free.